Hey guys, just wanted to shoot a brief video on how to cup your wrist, 2 different ways to do it. In my experience, this applies to 90% of people. So I thought I'd go over some basics. If this gets some traction, I'll probably make a video explaining how the rest of the body is affected for each of these ways, the hips, the feet, the shoulders, whatever. I'm just gonna explain the very basics of this concept. So in arm wrestling, you can bend your hands through the bottom 2 fingers, the ring and the pinky, which establishes your down pressure. It's great for hooking. It's great for some styles of top rolling. If you look at John Brzenk, he does this where he establishes the bottom connection right here, but then he rolls out with his big ass thumb, and he's able to top roll guys that way. However, if you're trying to high hand top roll, you're gonna have a very hard time. So if you find that your wrist naturally kind of comes down, your thumb comes out and you kind of go down on people's hand, you probably wanna stick to carving in, hooking people from there, not necessarily supinating too much, but just coming down over their hand. And we'll get more into that, how to hook from there. But right now I'm just gonna stick with that. Then you can top roll. If you have a big hand, John Brzenk's a great person to follow. If you have a smaller hand, someone like Angar Bayev still uses the bottom, but he's able to kind of come up through the top based on his little wedge he has, which locks in pronation and his arm angle. Okay, now for a posting top roll, like a true posting top roll, which is focused on rise, you actually want to do the opposite. So instead of coming in through your wrist, you would actually come out. So you see how my hand right here comes away? That's what I want to do. So that makes my top part of my wrist come in. So when my bottom part goes out, the top part cups in without me actually having to force the cup. When I try to force the cup, it becomes much harder to rise. Everything's kind of locked in, similar to how you might do a row. And when you're locked in all the way, it's very hard to pull anymore, right? Because you're already fully locked in. You want to kind of keep your hand, your fingers in a line with your forearm when you rise through this way. And a lot of guys who have this connection that doesn't go through the bottom, they have torn something in the bottom part of the wrist, TFCC, or even UCL. Something in the connection from elbow to wrist is missing. So this is a solution they have based on their injuries. I wouldn't go around trying to conform your body to this. It becomes counterproductive when you have your wrist functioning in different ways than your elbow and your shoulder and the rest of your body. But if you have that issue where you have a bad connection with the bottom 2 fingers and you have trouble really setting the hook, you find yourself in your bicep a lot, you're not able to apply proper down and side pressure, this might be a solution for you. So again, fingers in line with the forearm. You want to make sure your thumb is not grabbing in like this. You kind of just place it there and your hand's going to come over your thumb, okay? Not to the extent where you're coming in like this, but just kind of bring through the bottom. And at the end position, you really should just be like this. Hopefully that makes sense. I'll go more into the end body mechanics of it later.